Entertain a motion to accept them.
They work night Fridays. Do I hear a motion to accept the financials?
So moved.
hear a second?
Second motion.
Okay, motion been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we're going to the police report. Wanna read that?
Yeah, I got it. For the month of April 2014, traffic and codes enforcement, there were 16 traffic stops, 12 citations, 4 warnings, and 0 arrests, 25 calls, 0 domestic or fire, 3 juvenile calls, 1 burglary or theft, 2 suspicious person, 1 disorderly conduct, 1 animal control call. No fire calls, no warrants or civil papers served. Assisted Lincoln County twice. Assisted first responders 0. EMS 0. Marsh County 0. THP 0. Reckless driver complaint 2. 2 escorts. 2 motor assistants. 0 vandalism. 0 gas drive-off. 0 missing person. 0 911 hang-up. 17 citizen assist. 1 accident, 1 alarm call, 2 reports taken. Assisted by Lincoln County 0, assisted by Marsh County 0, assisted by THP 0. Ending miles on car 1 is 146,960. Ending miles on car 2 is 117,372. Ending miles on car 3 is 111,139. Total miles driven 1,755.
Any discussion on it? I hear a motion to accept the police report.
Make a motion to accept it.
I hear a second.
Second.
Second. Motion been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Jack? Water?
Water purchase May 28th through April 30th was $1,565,250. We billed out $1,308,800. No really reported leaks this month, unaccounted for 16%. Water usage is still averaging below 50,000, so I don't think we really have a lot of leaks out there. Per se, we are getting a little bit more usage on the weekends, I've noticed, but that's probably understandable, people watering livestock or whatever. I'm keeping up with that pretty much every other day or as we read the meters. 2013 water quality reports information has been received and filed. I had gotten that from the Federal Public Utilities, and now it's on file. And of course, our reports have already been printed, and we'll be mailing them out by the end of June. They're not due until July 1st, so we're going to try to get them out this month or definitely first part of next month. Update on the grant. We met with the contractor on Thursday, May the 8th. We reviewed the completed work. The road to the storage tank is great. I drove up on my Jeep, which is 2-wheel drive, drove right up to and so it's going to be really useful. Also, the solar bee is in, the mixing valve is in, working, and there is a chlorination input that I can put chlorine in as well. So all that's looking good. They also sealed the tank. Part of it was to clean and seal the tank, the little cracks and everything, so they've done all that. All that looks good. There is a little cleanup left to do, and other than that, they're about done. All the automatic flushing valves are in and ready to be programmed. We met Thursday. Jack and I went with Chad from the contractor and showed us how to program the automatic flushing valves, and I've actually got one on my desk in there. It's kind of neat. You can unplug it, and I can take it in there and just do whatever. I can make it flush for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever I want to. 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. Just about anything I want it to do, I can tell it to do, and it will do it. Whether I do it every day, once a week, once a month, whatever, it can. It's pretty cool. So rather than having to go out there manually, we'll be going out there. We'll be setting those up. We don't usually need those too much to do a lot of flushing until the weather is getting hot like it is now. So we'll be programming them and getting all those set up. And you'll be probably 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight 1 o'clock, 5-10 minutes. So don't think anybody should be out roaming around, so if they see water running down, it won't alarm them. They do have, if you look at them, if you looked at one installation, there's a lot of rock, so most of that will come out the bottom of that thing and just seep down in that rock, so there probably won't be a lot of water.
It's just kind of like a soaker hose.
Yeah.
It's not going to spew like it does with it
No.
hydrants.
It just comes out and just, and it
So
shouldn't
hopefully
be.
that'll solve part of our problem like I had on Old Petersburg Pike where it's messing people's lines up and stuff.
Well, I think that would be one, especially if we do it late at night. It might still create some air problems, hopefully not.
Not as bad.
But it won't be like opening that 6-inch line and just shooting it out there. It'd be much more controlled. And we can control the flow. We can actually control the flow, how much we want to come out at a time. So it's really a neat little device, and looking forward to those. And basically will help us to keep the water fresh, chlorination and chlorine out there. Solar Bee, also the mixer, has done a good job, and right now our chlorine residuals are very good right now, so we haven't added any chlorine. So that's going to be kind of a learning experience as we go. We do have also in this contract, you can go in there in Town Hall, there is a chlorine monitor, tells me what the chlorine residual is at the tank right now, so I can get up, walk in there and tell you how much chlorine residual, and that will help us be able to determine whether we need to go at the tank as well. So that's just some of the improvements. Right now it's averaging about 0.52 milligrams per liter total chlorine, so that's pretty good. And then the RP device at the car wash is to be inspected this month. We were written up on the thing for that because the law says every 12 months, not every year. We tested it in 2012, we tested it in 2013, but we did it in January 2012 and June of 2013, which makes it more than 12 months apart. So like I told her, I said, well, at some point we're just going to keep backing up, and I don't know, you know, but that's what we're going to do. So last time we checked it was June 10th, and so we'll do it before June 10th. We've already talked to them about coming and do it. So hopefully we'll eliminate that. Of course, we didn't, you know, it's a small minor thing, but we want to make sure we get it in compliance there.
You know, if you got time, you want to try to do it, and I'll see if I can get hold of Gary and get him to meet you out there.
Angie has contacted Blaylock, and they are going to get back with us on the dates that they can come and test it. I have to have a certified tester, so she'll just get with you and just get him out there whenever. I don't necessarily have to be there, but they just go in, they'll go in and do it and give us a report. And so Nathan or somebody can go out there and just be there when he gets done, sign the report or whatever.
Okay, now here a motion to accept the water report.
So moved.
And here a second.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Old business, farmer's market.
Yeah, we have dates scheduled on the calendar of May 22nd. That is a fourth Thursday because May 1st was the first Thursday of the month, and there's a lot of people that are messed up as to where thinking second Thursday's coming up this week with it. And so we set it for the fourth Thursday, and then on the calendar this year we're going to try the first and third Thursday of each month, June, July, August, September, and probably no October because the fruits and veggies are gone by then. I've made contact with two full-time, I guess you would say, vendors, one in Shelbyville, one in Lewisburg, and they both have agreed to be here to have more vegetables and fruits than we had last year. I put in the piece that we have on maybe the window you saw or down at Tina's or somewhere else there, the yellow piece. And as we did that, we did say local fruits and vegetables, farmers and gardens, and artisans. And so if somebody says, what is an artisan? An artisan is considered in farmers markets anybody that makes bread, makes fruits and jellies, pickles, or something like that. Something that you have hand created, not something that you go buy 2 cases of them and bring them to the market and resell them. That's not an artisan with that. on that. So we're looking forward to that. We're working on getting a sign built similar to what we've had for the Easter egg hunt and the other things where we have a wooden sign with a farmer on it. And, so we can change the sign as the dates change for it. So we can have him holding the sign or that type thing on it.
Sounds good. Okay, dirty lot letters.
I'm giving everybody a copy of a letter. My suggestion would be maybe review it and we'll talk about it at our next meeting. See if there's any changes that you want to make to it or. I guess this is just kind of a starter. Gives us something to go to start with.
Kind of the rough draft.
Delinquent taxes.
Also enclosed a copy of, I think y'all want to see the delinquent taxes that we have, and that's all we've got right now.
You want to table that on the dirty
Do we
lot letters?
need, do we need a vote on
It's
it?
on the agenda, you gotta do something with it.
Okay. I just thought it was a discussion. Okay, I hear a motion to table it, next meeting, let everybody look it over, or y'all want to proceed with it tonight?
Move the table to the June meeting.
Motion been made to table the dirty lot letter to June. Did I hear a second on it?
Clear enough for me to send it on. Do we have a list of,
Is this going to everybody?
We could start out sending it to everybody and see what response we get. We could put it in the water quality.
Yeah, that'd be a good mail that off to everybody. That way it wouldn't cost us anything to do, other than just a copy of the letter.
Some of these people are not going to look at this as their front porches being
No.
a health and sanitation nuisance or anything.
No.
I think it needs to be pointed out a little bit more on that as to what the offenses are, because they're going to say, well, I don't smell nothing, so I'm okay.
I think it'd be good to give everybody one, but then I'm like you, Peter, but I do think you're gonna have to
be a little more
detail the
specific?
ones that are definitely violating this letter. Basically, you're gonna have to get with them. But it'd be good for everybody to know, so that even though, say my house out here, I'm not doing anything against this, all of a sudden I know that I can't do this.
Okay, now I hear a motion, we send the letter out with a water quality report.
I make a motion, we send it out to with the water quality report.
I still got discussion on it. I mean, we can send this letter out, but it's still not going to cover what we need unless it's changed. Now, if you're going to come back and send those that are really bad areas, if you're going to send them another letter pointing out what they're guilty of, might be it. But this one is.
After the letters go out, we just start letting whoever's
Who don't take
go
action.
talk to them.
Yeah,
Worst ones.
because I see the most definitive statement in here concerning dirty lot law is under 1, 2, 3, star 4, the second paragraph or sentence in that. Furthermore, no person shall allow the accumulation of offensive matter or the breeding of flies, rodents, and other. And accumulation of offensive matter simply means trash.
Stuff,
But
water.
to us, see, that means the crap on your front porch. To that person, that doesn't mean the crap on my front
Yeah,
porch.
that's what I was getting at. But I mean, I have no problem sending the letter out as long as we're gonna follow up with those that are not going to clean their mess up.
I think when they get these, that's gonna get their attention. And if it doesn't, they hadn't got it in all these years, but if it doesn't, that's when we take
Especially when it
action.
says a violation of any of these regulations could result in the penalty of up to $50 for each and every day of violation.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna start calling and asking questions,
That's
a
what
lot
we
of
hope they
them.
do, yeah. And
With that being said, do you need a second on going ahead and mailing it out?
Yes, sir.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Senior report.
Delinquent taxes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were on there.
Don't go on my mind.
You're
One with
okay.
me. Delinquent taxes.
Where we're at on those, we're very few on 2010-11 from where we started, so we're in relatively good shape. 2012, we'll be receiving letters. I can do that, I believe they told me the middle of June. I can send 2012 letters and then send 2013, you are delinquent. 2012 is when it's more serious when we see it now. But we have to wait for so many days. So, that's the list that y'all requested. I don't know if we need to make any kind of a motion for it. Some of these I have contact with, they either have arrangements, the mayor has approved one of them, so. We're getting there.
It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be, but.
It's not
you know,
that
There's been a
bad.
lot of it
Just,
coming in.
we just don't want those ne'er-do-wells.
Well, now that we've got
Ne'er-do-wells to get
now that
by.
we've got a hold on it, and we were at a point there for the first couple of years I was in here that they weren't allowing us to touch anything. And once they turned us loose, then we were able to start collecting on it.
So you say the 2012, you can send a letter out in June of 2014?
Right. And the 2013, I will send letters as well stating, you now have past due property taxes with the town of Petersburg. Because there's several that haven't paid. Either they forgot, because they were just now due. So I didn't include that list.
Oh, okay, I was looking,
Yeah.
2013's not.
Yeah, they're not serious delinquent. These
Yeah, right,
are
yeah,
ones more
yeah,
serious.
okay, I understand.
so then where do we publish this and when?
What?
We can either hire an attorney to go after them, or
Well, that would come under step 3, turn over to the county, or number 4, tax lien sale, right? So first is, I'm just.
and part of these on 2010 and 2012, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 8. 4 of the 8 in 2011, it's actually personal property. So I don't know how you would go after them on that. I'm not sure that the Petersburg Herald was it even open in 2011? It was. So it was just $2.91 plus penalties, but still, if it's due to us, we need to.
Well, can you not turn these over to the clerk of master to collect?
We can, but I have to go through an attorney first. I can't just give them to her. We have to have an attorney to represent us through her. I've been discussing that with her.
We thought it just automatically could do it.
Everything takes such a process.
Yeah, it takes has to have
It does.
process.
Isn't the first step, put it in the paper though?
Good.
I've got it.
What the county and what Fayetteville does. That's what the counties and what the city of Fayetteville does. They bring it to paper.
They run them quick up there.
I have one of these that owes for all 3 years. was in the office last week and had said, I forgot my checkbook. He came in on another matter, and I'll put your check in the mail. So he's paid about half of his. So I'm getting, some results out of him. It's just taking a little while.
That's the third one down from the top.
Yes, sir. Does any motion need to be made on that, or?
Is it on the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's just, the clerk and master has told you we've got to have an attorney. Is that
And I have one on standby.
Who?
She is, her name is Deanna Finkhauser. She's out of Nashville.
Nice.
She's done some work for us before.
But I think if it hasn't been done, can I see that got there, Mr. Don? You got there? I mean, this has been posted in the window, out here. Have we gone through the step of mailing notices to these folks that they have that? That's been done, okay? I think our next step is, they need to be published in a paper of general circulation.
And I'll go back to MTS and make sure that we're doing that properly, because I don't want to do anything that somebody can come back on us and say, you can't, you're not doing that correct, or you. I have another question while we're on it. Let's see. On 2011, the third one up, he is a gentleman that has cancer, has several small children, and he actually came to the mayor and talked to him, and the mayor has told him we'll work with him. Do we have to publish that one?
That's up to the mayor. That's between women.
I didn't know how you wanted to handle that.
That's depending on what arrangement he's got with him.
Is that the only one he's got?
He has, 11, 12s, and 13s.
Oh, he's on all three of them, okay. Yeah. And there again, you
I
might,
know, but I just want to make sure there again that we're doing that right.
you might want to talk to somebody about that too, because you can come back, if somebody knew and had got a hold of this list, well, you didn't put his name in the paper, why?
And that's called DISCRIM.
Right.
Discrimination, yeah. And it might be if the guy's trying, Angie, you just call him and say, look, we got to do this. We want you to know why we're doing it. That it will be in the paper, and since he's in the shape he's in, he's probably going to understand. At least if it was me, I would.
There is an ordinance, I've got a copy of it, of what you're supposed to do. And the county does that every year. Publish it in the paper.
Need a motion on that?
Yes, sir.
I hear a motion, we'll go ahead and post them in the newspaper.
I make the motion, we go ahead and post it.
Need a second?
Second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And we'll go to the senior report.
Senior citizens.
I guess it says senior report, I guess that's what it is.
Joe, you got a report for us?
I do. I thought mine was coming under the town boards and commissions, but I'll be glad to do it now.
Yeah, yours is under senior citizen
Oh, the
report.
senior will be glad to give it.
Do y'all want to, you had told me to put it on the agenda. You want me to start putting it just under, like we do our Parks and Rec?
How-
We can
how-
start doing it. We can
You got it down.
got it down at the bottom, yeah.
You got them in the
Oh, senior citizens down there, the senior report. Well, don't you just, let's take this off here and let her do it at the end.
That'd be fine.
All right, we'll put you in it after fire department and planning commission and stuff, okay?
Okay, we'll move on. to
What
new
I
business.
meant, Angie, was just to make sure
it's
we were on there, okay?
We'll start doing that from now.
Andrew, Andrew.
Okay, new business, set work session for budget.
It's pretty serious. I've got this thing, that's I got this on the page.
That's in the charter.
On December 31st of each year, all taxes that have been delinquent more than 1 year may be certified to a delinquent tax attorney who shall file. So 2012, so that mean that they're not past due till May? Does that mean I can't do that till December 31st? My understanding with Mary Jane was that so many days after, like her taxes are up February 28th. So many days after that, they go after their 2012. But if our charter says something, I mean, if we say something different, the way I read that is that we have to wait till December 31st of 2014.
For more than 1 year.
For more than 1 year.
So that would be for,
More than 1 year.
2012. See, 2012s aren't due till May of 2013, 'cause everything runs a year behind.
You're saying if I don't pay my taxes this year, you can't go after me till next year?
That's what that's saying.
So actually, if they're due February 28th, on March 1st, I'm delinquent. But I'm gonna have a whole year, I'm gonna be a whole year, it says, I have to be delinquent for a whole year.
2012 now, aren't you?
We started serving 2012 this week.
I'd call him to ask about that and ask him.
I've got on here to call them before I do anything else on it, but
I remember reading the thing from Mary Jane them at the radio station, and it says
But if it's in
the year
charter,
before,
they'll
they go
know.
after a
I'd
certain
ask them
date
before they do.
by law.
See, because if they're due a certain date, and they're saying on December 31st of each year.
on December 31st of each year, all taxes that have been delinquent more than 1 year may be certified to a delinquent tax attorney.
So if I'm due March 1st, December 31st, I'm not delinquent for a year.
But that doesn't say you can't go ahead and publish them in the paper.
No,
No, I think you can post them in the paper, but
You see what I'm saying? It doesn't say you can't, or, try to get your money now.
Right.
We didn't post it in the paper and find out what.
Okay, where are we, Ken?
New business.
Now, did we completely vote on what we were
We
going
did.
to do?
We're gonna
We're gonna
put it,
call-
go ahead and
We
publish
did got
it.
a second and
We got
everything
it.
on that. Okay, good.
Yep. Now, I reckon we're ready for new business.
Can I say something first?
Yeah.
We have been dealing with this for a long, long time, and I am happy that these two items have been discussed and are being taken care of tonight. Now, kind of makes me rest a little easier. At least we're doing something, and I'm happy about it. Go ahead, sir.
All right, set work session for the budget. Any
Oh, I don't have my calendar.
I was thinking May
I don't know
29th. I don't know what y'all think about that, but I would love to meet sometime this month, but I need a little bit more time working on it.
This is May.
May 29th is what I was thinking. That's a Thursday night. Do y'all play somewhere Thursday night?
Oh, but you
Really
said,
has a good day.
you said you had needed more time this month.
I know, but that gives me 2 weeks, so,
Is that a Thursday, did you say?
yes, sir.
A little over 2 weeks.
I can do it, I think.
Thursday is a better night for me.
Is that all right with y'all? You want to say, Corey, you need 7, don't you?
What time?
I can make 6:30 work.
6:30 work?
With a reminder, please, from Angie.
Yeah,
I'll send out an email.
6:30 on the 29th.
Need a motion, don't we?
I make a motion, we set May the 29th at 6:30 in the evening for a work session for the budget.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded. And all in favor of that, say aye. Any opposed? Mr. Tim Hill's got to accept his resignation. He has got too many irons in the fire.
You want me to read what he wrote?
Yes, please.
Letter of resignation. I would like to thank the town of Petersburg, Mayor and Aldermen for giving me the opportunity to work here and become part of a community I've grown very fond of. I've worked here for 3 years, have enjoyed my job and my co-workers. Due to circumstances beyond my control, business and personal, my wife and I have decided that would be in our best interest if I resign. And he did it effective of last Thursday. So,
I hear a motion to accept his resignation. Formality.
We could say no, but it wouldn't do any good.
I've already told him that.
I'll make the motion.
I hear a second. Okay, motion been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Sure hate to see him leave, but I know he's got.
He was definitely an asset.
Now,
Okay.
are we going to replace that position?
We posted it in the newspaper for the next 2 weeks, and then the mayor's gonna bring the applications to y'all to choose.
So, well, we make a recommendation to him.
Okay, discussion, JCDBG breakfast.
We, I think I've told y'all in months past, we'll be hosting the full board of the Joint Economic Community Development Board in June. We haven't held that here in probably 2 years. I think the last time we had a lunch. It's planned for a breakfast. I'm stalling here to get back to where I had gotten.
June 10th?
Yeah, June the 10th. It'll be at 8 o'clock in the morning. I had gotten a quote to cater the breakfast from Deb's Cafe here down south of town. Be roughly 25 people if everybody shows up. But they had given me a price for sausage, bacon, eggs, with fried potatoes with it, biscuits, gravy, for 25 people, $162.50 to host that here. That's over discretionary, so I'll bring it to the board for you all to approve that.
Is that how many in the JCDB?
For the full board that meets once per quarter, if they all show up, there's 25 people, yes.
What about over here or there?
They're more than welcome to come.
I reckon we should do it for like maybe 30 or 35, just to make, or do you
You
think the full
typically
board will
never
come?
get 100%
What's your
participation.
average?
On the average, maybe 17 or 18 show up on a good month.
That's $6.50 per person.
Yeah,
What day of the week?
Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock.
Because I'd like to come to that.
I'd like as many of you as you can to come, that possibly can.
Just to be on the safe, I'd always rather have a little bit more than not enough.
Well, a lot of them, they're bagel eaters. They're not going
Watch it.
to eat that
Watch it.
heavy food, so,
Regional cuisine.
yeah.
So they gonna bring the food here?
Yes. They'll bring it here and have it on hot trays.
So sort of like my face stuff.
Yeah, it'll be buffet style.
That's not
How
a
much
bad price at all.
I didn't think so.
would you say we're?
$162.50.
Okay, did I hear a motion we let?
And if you want to, and if y'all, and like I said, that was for 25 people, you know.
Still gonna be
Like
under
you said,
We're looking at about 200 if we do, $200 if we do for 5 more people.
Y'all decide on that if you want to go with the $162.50 or if y'all want
need to go.
to increase it some. I'll leave that up to y'all.
What do y'all think?
Should approve up to 200. Approve
I
up to
don't, I think
200.
that'd be enough. He
say-
said all of them didn't come
Just-
anyway.
I don't,
You could either do
It's-
that
it's
or put
very
a
rare.
cap on it.
it's very rare that you see 100% participation at those meetings. Very
We had a
rare.
good crowd last time they came down here.
Oh, yeah,
And they always talk about how.
Well, it's got a reputation of being the meeting with the best food, so. Well,
Who served it?
What did we do? What did we do that time?
We
Served
did.
it last
We had about 6 or 7 ladies that did a potluck.
Miss Barbara and
Do that $400 or $500.
Miss Nancy, me, and
Well, I don't mind bringing.
may have just been us four.
I would think your 25 is probably a good number.
You could approve up to 200.
We can go with 25, I guess. Like Corey said, some of them will drive all the way down here just to have a breakfast. Or they will in Lewisburg, but
Do we need to set that in the motion maybe as a up to $200 or something?
if it came
What
down
is-
to needing
Well, they
more
have-
with them, then
God.
probably could.
How
Either
soon will you
that or
know?
we'll have a roll of
I need to
Smith
know,
Martin
well,
family sausage and
I hate to
biscuits
put
here.
it off another month because.
No, but how soon
Oh,
will
how
you
soon
know
I
how
know?
many people?
I'll know how
When they
many
walk
that
in.
morning.
Walk in the
Huh?
door.
That morning when they walk in the
Yeah.
door, yeah.
I would put the cap at 200.
And, you know, and I've got to give them advance notice to know how much food to pick up at markets, you know, for that week too.
But you know, if 20 of them come, and then that's including you though, right?
Yeah.
And then you got 1, 2, 3 or 4, and then that's 24, and then, you know, if you did for 30, there wouldn't be that many extra, and you got employees and things. I mean, food could be not wasted, is what I'm saying. I mean, you could, and then if you had 30 total people, then, you know, employees wouldn't be a factor, but
I think we need to go.
I'd rather have too much than none.
I'd rather have too much as too little.
Well, and somebody may get more eggs than they're
Well, that's the other thing,
considering
yeah.
a serving too, you know, if it's a buffet style.
There's a few big boys in that meeting.
Put $175 cap on it then.
That would be
30
two
would
extra
be
plates.
30 people would be $195. It's $650 per person.
It don't matter to me.
75%. 75%, and if you have a room full, and bring them,
75% is gonna show up. Is that what you're saying?
Typical.
yeah.
Do what?
That'd be 18.5,
Yeah.
and then throw some of us
We got
in.
75%.
I still
on
think
here,
you-
25.
I think from what Corey's saying, you're set, your 25 people, 162.50 is gonna cover it.
And like you say, somebody said, worst case scenario, Debbie, you can go, somebody can go get
She
a
can
couple
But
of
probably
biscuits.
we still need to have it approved up to,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
money
yeah,
wise.
yeah. Go with the 25, and then if you had that, you can get some.
I make a motion that we go with the 25.
Okay, motion been made, we'll go with 25. I hear a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
One quick question, Jack. Andy, that job opening, there's a employee handbook that gives you requirements, and also on the charter. Jack, are you going to have any requirements? You know, I've kind of been asking you about job ODs.
Yeah, that's.
Are you gonna, that's gonna be a kind of a special job, it's not gonna be just a.
We've
job
had
come in,
duties since 2000. I checked it out after you told me, there's one already there, I've already got one up, so it spells out what we do and all.
What I was just getting at is to have somebody that's qualified, able to do that, you know, from the standpoint of having some kind of qualifications on that job.
My understanding, and I don't know that I'll have any particular, I might have some input, but,
Yeah.
but I mean, I really won't be the one involved. As far as having that, unless you hire a certified operator or something, that's not gonna be too prevalent. But what we do is not rocket science, you know, I mean, you know, and
What we had.
whoever we hire, I would like to get certified as we were gonna do Tim, and whoever we hire, whatever we do.
It was good to have somebody versatile that worked in the office, could go out, could detect the water leaks. It was just ideal. And before we start on the reports, I got confirmation a while ago. I'd heard earlier, I don't know if y'all had, Turk died this afternoon or sometime today.
Who?
So, Turk.
Warren died today?
Yeah, they just let me know for
Oh, I
sure. I didn't want to say anything till I knew for
Well,
sure.
I hate that.
I do too.
We delivered Miss Pittman this morning. She was concerned about him. She's going tomorrow.
She didn't know it. did she?
I think I've never
She
seen
knew
anyone.
he was there and she was gonna see him tomorrow.
I mean, she didn't know he died when you saw
At
it.
that time.
Okay, we ready for the reports from the town board and commission. Codes. You ain't got that, son? Where you been? Okay, JCDB.
Oh,
Question?
we got something on planning.
Has a letter been written or something on, I'm not good on my streets here yet, but Spring, the gentleman that's adding to the side of the,
I've got the letter written, and I had it for Angie to mail out the other night, and my printer ran out of paper, mid printing off, and I've been late getting in, and so I've got it ready for her to send out, but I'm on that.
that's another one of our RTOs, isn't it?
That's actually a zoning violation.
That's another rent to own
Yep.
property.
Yeah, that's actually a zoning violation. But
You know where I'm talking about, Lions Park?
yeah, corner of Spring Street and Morgan, and that's been an ongoing process for about, 2-3 weeks now that I've been talking to them, and got their attention on it, so.
Oh, I recognize that one.
But, yeah, that's on Bledsoe Street.
Corner one, no, it's corner 129.
That's Bledsoe Street.
Oh, is it? I look like it. Thought there's a mirror on my truck.
That's actually been cut since that picture was made.
They cut that.
They actually cut it that afternoon. There's your 129.
Yeah.
See, that's the one that I was talking about that they gonna say, well, my place don't stink. But anyway.
And I couldn't find a house number at the corner of Water and Russell. There's no,
Give me just a second. There.
Right there.
Right on the other side of that Cadillac, that water line's gonna give out one day.
They got chickens in there right there.
I got a little bit of everything behind this carport and,
I come by that Cadillac today, there were 2 chickens up in there.
Is that out here on the highway?
Where's
Or
that? Is that on Green Street?
That's on Green Street.
no, this is the same property as Russell and Water. But there's no number at the front door, no mailbox.
JCB, we haven't met since our last board meeting here, so the meeting's tomorrow morning. So that's just the way it fell on the months. The next one there, Planning Commission, that's me as well. Give me just a second. And, whoop, there, there we go. So I had, there it is. The only real thing that we brought up at the planning commission meeting, the only business we had was, as Mr. McLean brought up, the lean-to out there. And been talking with Will extensively about that one. And, you know, narrowed it down to what the violation is. Like I said, I've got the letter drafted up. I've got the copies of the zoning ordinance printed off to show them specifically where they're in violation of it at, to mail to them. And I'm going to try to remember tonight, bring it out here and put it in the night box for you, before we can get that mailed out. Only other thing is, with the building inspector, we're still working with that. Jeff Broughton sent me an email from MTAS, what's today, Monday, I think late Friday afternoon, just following up with me on that. I just got to get a minute to stop and email him back. And what I intend to do is, when I email him back, I'm going to copy James, I'm going to copy Don Nelson on it, I'm going to copy Will on it, so we can get everybody, and then I'm going to get all the members of my planning commission as well copied on that, where we can have everybody, you know, seeing the discussion back and forth on that. We've about got it narrowed down to where we can basically have Don Nelson with Marshall County doing the building inspections for the city of Petersburg, and it's not going to matter which side of, you know, which county he's on. That's been kind of the hang-up, is could he perform the inspections on the Lincoln County side, and it's MTAS's opinion that since he's working for the city of Petersburg, it doesn't matter which side of town he's on. So hopefully, I'm hopeful at our June planning commission meeting, we'll have that wrapped up where we can go forward, because there's some action that this board needs to take in order to be able to do that. So just trying to get those loose ends tied up, and where I can have a moment to stop and send a reply back to an email for 30 seconds when I get a moment. So.
There's also a situation with side lots too, Corey.
Okay.
The ordinance is applied to the side lot is just like it does to the.
Yeah, and and I'm glad he brought that up. I'll elaborate that on for a second. What's being built there at the property in question is considered an accessory structure. And accessory structures, if you read our zoning ordinance, to basically sum it up, accessory structures are not allowed in a front yard. When you have an instance of a corner lot, the requirements of the front yard also apply to the side yard of that adjacent street that comes up and makes a corner. And since that is a corner lot down there, and what he's building is considered an accessory structure or a shed, basically, that side yard is held to the same standard as a front yard. So that shed that's there is not permitted by our zoning ordinance, period, at all. So that's what Mr. Phil's talking about there, is the same provisions apply to the side yard as they do to the front yard according to our zoning ordinance. Yeah.
That 412 that me and you talked about in the front of the house, is down from college.
Oh yeah, and they told me they were going to do that. The new owners told me they were
It
going to
looks
do
so
that.
much better.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize what you're.
Did he talk to me this afternoon?
412. All right, yeah.
That down there.
College Street, corner of College and Gone.
Gone College, yeah.
10-4, 412.
I don't know.
That's okay.
But if y'all, and I appreciate Sam pointing out to me that down there, but if y'all see something like that, again, you know, if you see something being put up, holler at Angie or let me know, and we'll try to follow it. I'll do my best to follow up with it, y'all.
When does a single wide trailer become an abandoned unit or whatever it is? I'm speaking specifically of behind the Petersburg supermarket He's got a bunch of
I don't think
freezer
that's in
boxes
city
and all that
limits, is
stuff
it?
on that side, and then directly behind it, there's a vacant.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think that's out of the city limit. I'm not 100%, but
I can find out.
That's,
If it's out in the county, we don't have any.
Is that the county?
that
Depends on where the-
situation's
Store
been there
is
for
in the
quite a
city.
It's
while.
been there a long.
It's been there at least
Always been there.
2 years and 2
Always been there
months.
longer than
Been there long.
that. It's been there longer than that.
That's before time.
Huh? Yeah, BD.
Yeah, that would. Y'all go ahead, I'll see if I can find.
I had, while we were sitting, I had a question brought to me today. If
Okay.
you have an existing mini building, but you're going to build you a new one in the exact same spot, the same size, what are the requirements? What do we require from them? Do they have to come get,
You gonna tear it down and build a new one? You need the
You
permit.
have to have a demolition permit, and you have to have a new,
he will have to have a new structure permit.
Had a demolition permit.
He said he's putting it
Leave
right back where it
foundation.
came from.
but it's new construction. If he's tearing it down, you gotta have a demolition permit first to tear it down.
Does that come under that old thing of one wall or one piece of foundation or one piece of something? You know, where a lot of people use, you know, instead of tearing the whole thing down, you leave one, and that way you're restructuring it, not to.
Give me the specifics on it, Ryan, ask Will.
You're welcome.
Ready for the planning commission now?
Ready.
Thought that's what I
Fire
did.
department.
We just did it.
You'll make me
All
do it
kind of
again.
all of it kind of rolls together, doesn't it?
We ain't got nobody from fire department?
I think they're exhausted. They've had 3 days of classes, so.
Okay.
They did, I will tell you one thing they did, they had a little, I guess you'd call it a fundraiser
Fundraiser.
for Mother's Day where they sold,
350 roses.
yeah,
I think we bought most of them.
I got something.
I bought 2 dozen
Who
for
bought you
my
some
parent, my mom and mother-in-law, and received 2 dozen from my children, so. There was,
I'm trying to get
They're
it
also
voted.
going to participate in Trail Day.
yeah.
They're doing their cornhole tournament again. They're selling sponsorships for $50 and registering teams now. If you want to do that, you need to see
21st.
Paul Stewart Rudy.
I got something on fire. Did you talk to Jet? Stewart said you'd forget it.
Did you tell me something?
Told you we need to get it inspected.
Oh, yeah, no,
Senior
I did
center.
tell him.
Oh, okay.
But they had class last Thursday, Friday, and
Well,
Saturday.
you told him, that's all
Stuart
that
told you I
mattered.
forget it.
Yeah, he said he'd probably forget
No,
it.
I called him right after you left. And he said he would try to catch it sometime this week, and I told him to call you at home, so.
All right, that's good.
But they had class last Thursday and Friday from
As long as they've
6
been
to
told,
10, and
that's
then
all
they
I
had it
care.
Saturday. Yeah, he's been told, so. Now it's on Bobby.
Hey, now you can get after him.
That may be.
All right, Miss Joe, it's time for you.
Ready for the senior, give the senior report.
Yeah, you can give us senior report now.
Okay, during the month of April, the senior center served meals on 18 days at the center. There was a holiday, and there was a couple of days that, because of the storm devastation, the South Central Human Resource people did not deliver any meals out for us to serve. During that time, however, the center did open. Trish was there, and we did have some that come by. Some of the members came by, there just wasn't any hot meals served during those days. But the whole month of April, 149 meals was delivered to the homebound clients. That was the Meals on Wheels program. There was a total of 255 meals that was served, hot meals that were served in the center. 230 of these were delivered from the South Central Human Services, Human Resources. 25 meals were served and provided with our potluck monthly monthly meal.
Best restaurant in Petersburg that day.
Yeah, it was. At the end of the month of April, we had 35 registered people that participated in the programs and in the meals that were served. We did replace the front door at the center and put up a door that has glass and it gives more light and it's more attractive in appearance. And in doing that, we took down not two spring doors that was up. But other than that, that's all the work that's been done as far as I know this month at the village. We held a fish fry this last Saturday, the 3rd. And by the way, thanks to all of you who participated and come and supported us during that. It was a success. We're very excited over it. We even did better than what we had anticipated we would do. We brought in an additional $580 that we cleared as far as the money for that day. Let's see, 78 hours, volunteer hours was recorded during the month. That month, now that was what she had recorded. She's got a better way of keeping up with it now. However, much more hours, volunteer hours than that was used, but that was just the number that she had recorded. There was 40 activities presented during that month. Out of the activities, 73% of the people that come participate in these activities. So that tells us that there's indication that the seniors are interested in the programs and the activities and interested in more than just coming for a hot meal to be served. I believe that's all that I've got to report from Trish for the past month's activities. However, our next big thing coming up, and I do have a copy of her newsletter, recent newsletter for everybody. Our next big thing that we're going to focus on as far as our revenue and our fundraising, which won't be as near as much as the two previous things we've had. We're going to open up this, what we call our thrift store. That's the room that's inside the center, and it has a lot of things that's been donated. What we want to do is clean it out, and we're going to start that process right away. Cleaning out some of the things that's in there that's old and discarded and whatever, but we want to make it available where it would be a thrift store for things that use things to be bought. And all the time, we're not going to take any more donations from anybody until we get this cleaned out. But we feel like that'll be a good opportunity for an ongoing thing for a little bit of revenue to be coming in. And we're going to have a yard sale out there sometime, probably real soon, to get rid of and start with this room as it is now, because it is crammed full of stuff that's been donated. Good stuff. There's some good stuff. We're going to clean it up and have the yard sale and have that as an ongoing venture. And you don't need one. You got one. Did you get one?
Maybe.
Well, you should have. You can have another one. And you got one. You're too young. You don't really need one, but you can give it to your grandmother.
I can still use.
Don't feel bad, I was young one time too.
There you go. Pass it around. It does have a list of activities as well as a menu for the month on her report. This coming week, we've got
Give that to Ronnie.
we've got people coming from the health services that come once a month, and that's Wednesday of this week, which is always a thing that people like to participate in. Blood pressure check and any kind of health questions that anybody has, they're there to. And most helpful in giving us information. We look forward to that.
I have, Kenneth, I do have to add something to that. We did get a report that was kindly disheartening from the Lincoln County. It looks like all funds have been put on hold. with the exception of two entities, which is, I believe, the Industrial Development Board and South Central, I believe, were the only two that they, so that means what we're going to have to do is look to do more fundraisers to, if that doesn't come about, it doesn't look too good right now. But Grady said it's still not 100% done, that there might be a way that we can get some funds, either part of it or all of it, but right now it doesn't look
What do you
too
think,
good.
John?
Way back when, what it took 4 or 5 of us to go right down there and sit at the board meeting.
We did that.
Oh, you've already
We
done
did, we presented our case, but
Okay.
we were not the only ones. But all of us went down and presented our
Tears
case.
in our eyes, but everybody else did too.
Yeah. Everybody pleaded for money the same way we did.
John might have input.
One happy note that I forgot to mention, within the last few weeks, the health department from the state did come out because we handle the food like we do for South Central Human Resources. We do have to come under health guidelines. We got a score of 99 that we didn't even know they were coming. And the only thing that was, or what they wrote up was a kind of a, something in one of the bathroom floors. Unlevel floor. But
They
the
told us to
kitchen
put
and-
seat
and
belts
put
on the
food
commode.
service where the food is served and dishes are cleaned and sterilized was just excellent. So,
But anyway, it's going good.
We're excited about that.
I'm looking forward to reading that in the paper.
I tell y'all, I don't want everybody to know tonight.
Seatbelt-
Doug
seatbelts
Buchanan
on.
had a
Seatbelts on the senior toilet.
Yeah, we did know about Doug Buchanan. I hadn't got a report. Have you got anything lately
I
on
heard they were still waiting to do the operation on him.
They'd given him too much blood thinner and they were having to hold up.
But I just wanted to bring that up.
I appreciate you bringing that up, yeah.
They had to cancel their ham dinner. because
Oh, they
of it.
did cancel it? Well, I didn't even know
It's supposed to
that.
be this coming
Park and
Saturday.
Rec.
We met last Monday, May 5th, instead of April 28th due to the storms. And we worked on details detailing Proud Day. And this morning, you'll have to forgive me when I was typing this. I failed to fix, we're not 10 weeks out, we're 5 weeks out for Proud Day. I was going off the one from last month, sorry. Have a lot going on in my life these days. We've got a special called meeting tomorrow night at 5:15 so we can decide or make our final decision on our shirt design and get some ordered to have here in Town Hall and get them printed so that we can get you all to ordering and we can get them printed and have for Proud Day. We decided on the water slide armband costing $7, games only armband for $5, or an armband for both the water slide and the games for $10 per person. We decided to have barbecue sandwiches and hot dogs, $3 for barbecue sandwiches, $1 for hot dogs. Drinks will be $1. Coke floats, we're gonna have a specialty glass of some sort. I'm hoping I can find some coconuts. And the coconut specialty ones would be $3, and then the styrofoam cup would be $2. Ice cream was going to be sold for $1. Personalized Prints is working on our t-shirt design. They're going to look really cool. They've got an antique car on with a surfboard on the top and a sun in the back and some palm trees. And they say, relax, unwind, in a Petersburg proud state of mind. The volunteer fire department is going to do a cornhole tournament again, as I had said earlier. $50 for a sponsorship, and they're taking team applications now. And you can contact Stuart Rudy for more information or to get signed up for any of this. The senior citizens have agreed to do a bake sale on Proud Day. Petersburg Community Center is hoping to have a pancake breakfast during our 5K that morning. And we're hoping we can get 50 people signed up for our 5K. That's our goal, is 50 people. We're going to do vendor spots for, did we decide $20?
I think so.
$20 a spot. We have had a motorcycle group that has come through Petersburg before. It wasn't last year, but it was the year before. And they were on a poker run benefit thing, and they wanted to know, they're coming through town again, they wanted to know if we wanted to allow this to be a stop and then use our restrooms and buy food from us again. So that's going to be on the table tomorrow night at our special called meeting. That date is June 14th. Our meeting for May, because it falls on Memorial Day, has been moved to that following Tuesday, which makes it the 27th at 5 o'clock. Y'all are welcome to join us. Hopefully we'll have t-shirts by then. They'll be hanging in Town Hall for you all to come check out and look at. We're going to go with the bright neon pink and neon yellow and neon green, pastel purple, turquoise, and a tan for our shirt colors, but the ink colors will all be the same. So the child extra small through adult extra large will be $10, and sizes above that would be 12.
I think we did 12.
So, hope you all can join us, and we'll have flyers going out pretty soon too. I sent those to Angie to print.
So that motorcycle group is the week before the Proud
Right, it's the
Day.
week before Proud Day. So
For a child with an inoperable brain tumor, they're trying to raise money for
yeah,
his family.
what they do is they all meet up, and I think they paid a ride or something, and then they make different stops. And they loved Petersburg the last time they came. And in fact, they came back to one of our other events
Chicken
later.
Festival, I think it was.
Later, because we were telling them about some of the other things we had going on in town, and they stopped back in again. So it's a great opportunity for people to see our community and see our town.
And we just do it as a restroom stop, or do they actually do something?
They know, well, I don't know if
They're
do they do like a poker?
Poker
They
run,
do.
what
They have
they'll
somebody
get a
sit out
car.
front, but then they come in and use
Yeah,
the
they use the
restrooms, and we
restroom, and
feed them a
they'll-
little something.
Well, they can buy a sandwich or a drink or whatever, and then they go do whatever and rest and relax from riding their motorcycle, and then they'll go on to the next stop.
I think they get a card every time they stop.
Yeah,
They
and
draw
what
a
they,
card and then
and what they
whoever
do
has
is
the
they
outfit.
ride in their little groups that they normally ride with, and so it kind of comes in, waves.
No, they come in
Yeah,
waves.
no, I got
Did
it.
they be able to tell you what number they would have?
They will be able to tell us close. They did last time.
Uh-huh.
We cleared about,
We cleared about $200, $300, wasn't it?
I was thinking 3 or 4.
It might have been
Clear.
more the last time. But and what we ended up doing, I think, was pork loin that we had frozen. If I'm not
It was
mistaken.
right after Pride Day.
It was right after Proud Day, and we had frozen
probably
some
the-
that we had left over. And
Kroger hot dog benefit.
no,
No, they didn't.
We didn't have hot
we
dogs
did
that
those
time.
pork
We
loin
did that.
sandwiches, and we're not doing that this year. And people have been begging for those again. But the pork loin
The pork loin queen is down this year.
is not available to do so much this time.
So are y'all sure or not sure you're gonna do the motorcycle thing?
We will
meet
know after tomorrow.
They came to my office last Thursday.
And we had already met, so we decided to have a special call meeting to get it in minutes on a decision.
Saturday.
You need that in minutes. You need that kind of a decision in minutes.
The golf starts in the afternoon, Bridget wrote this.
The 5K will be that morning, and if the Petersburg Community Center does their pancake breakfast, it'll be during the 5K. But everything else is not going to start. I don't know when Rudy's going to have the fire department start.
Hoping he's going to plan it after 4.
Yeah, because we're planning on having
After
food.
4.
We're planning on serving food at 5 o'clock. Starting that, starting games, and the water slide, and the Dunkin' booth, and all that, and the silent auction. And then we'll have, at 6 o'clock, the antique cars will cruise onto the square like they did last year, because that worked wonderfully. And then we'll have Shelby Lowe and Maxwell Tyler are gonna be our live entertainment, and they've both agreed to play for an hour apiece and are not charging us anything. So we're excited to get to see that. So it's gonna be a fun night. We have a lot of fun games scheduled, and the water slide anybody can get on. Miss Jo, you can get on the water slide.
But we do have a few of the seniors that have indicated an interest in participating in the run, except they're gonna walk.
Well, that's fine, and we have a 1 mile walk that same morning during the 5K.
But
So,
that's a $15 fee.
Would you get your t-shirt?
you get a t-shirt with it.
I'll get you some forms down there.
And we've also got, well, I lost.
Could you ride your mobile?
Frequency zaps your brain, just so you know. I
The
can't
tornado
always keep
relief, is
everything on my
that where
brain.
you were going?
Yes, you can text, it's right in front of me. Text Lincoln LC Strong to 90210 on your mobile phone, or you can go to the town's website and donate through PayPal with your debit or your credit card to the Tornado Disaster Relief Fund that we are doing. And we are hoping to donate it to local organizations in Fayetteville and Lincoln County who are helping to restore that area that was hit by the tornado. So we're hoping to use nonprofit groups that are that are raising their own funds that way so that we can help them out that way. So far, we've raised $1,600.
We got another $300 donation in today from a church.
So
It just came in the mail though.
So we haven't decided where we're going to send it yet. We're still getting in donations pretty heavily.
And
So
they're coming from,
we've had
all
them
over.
from Maryland. We've had them from Texas. We've had them. Corey got on the radio on 99.7 out of Nashville and talked about it because we have a buddy that's on the radio up there, and he got us some donations that way. But I think that says a lot that people want to help this area. They have, and right now is when they need it because other people have kind of forgotten about it, and the news worn off, and they need help now too, just as much as they did last week.
Distribution center stopped taking donations today. In my understanding, they took calls today at the station. And they've got still a lot more of supplies at the old Woody Anderson Ford place. In my understanding, I was told today, this lady called and said they're just giving it to anybody that wants it. And because she said there's a guy had a truckload and
We're not
her.
gonna
The
do
sad
that.
thing about that is there's still people that don't have a place to put anything.
Well, that's the other thing. When you have supplies, and we had it at our church for a while till they moved it over there, people could not take what they needed at the time because they got to get their house back to where they can get in there and
Well, and
get
we're
back.
and I mean, I'm not above if we find a family who has been
But
neglected.
your
give it to
donations
that
are
family.
monetary.
Right.
You're
We're doing
talking all
monetary
dollars.
donations.
well, you had some,
We've had some
Yeah.
clothing items. What's that
Right.
place that Jessica volunteers for?
It's in the old 5-star
We
laundry.
clothe kids,
Clothes for kids. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that,
But they don't want any adult clothes anymore either.
well, a lot of these are people that have probably never been to Petersburg, will never come to Petersburg, know nothing about Petersburg,
But they knew there was a
but
need.
they knew there was a need. I mean, I know this guy personally,
He lives
right
in
here.
Franklin.
The rest of them wouldn't know him from Adam.
There's been a lot of responses throughout the entire county on people helping. There's several funds set up at different banks in town too. Some going directly to the South Lincoln school teachers
Yeah.
and those funds.
I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. That goes to help, I'm sure to help
Yeah.
get their supplies
Or
back.
if we
That's
decide to go to donate, if we decide to donate it for them to use for scholastic books to replace the books that they lost.
Well, every
Same
school
with
teacher,
suggested-
Something that
if you
way.
ever talk to a school teacher, every school teacher that I know spends their own dollars
Oh, yeah.
to get certain things.
Teachers' aides do, school bus drivers do, they all do.
So, I mean, there's,
Sam was saying all of their playground equipment got wiped out,
Yeah, so we may
They're gonna
want
need help
to, that
there.
might be something that we want to donate it, to the school for playground equipment. We haven't completely decided, but that is what that money is for, tornado disaster relief. in the south end of the county.
And it's in, right now, it's in its own little fund.
Right,
To itself.
it's umbrellaed in its own fund where nobody, it can't be spent for anything else, so.
But
If you know of anybody that wants to do something that hasn't done anything, tell them that Parks and Rec in Petersburg is taking monetary donations. They can go to our
They can come right
website,
here.
Petersburg website, or they
Click
can
that
mail a
button.
check to town hall. And
I don't mind showing you what it does. You click that button right there and it takes you right to a secure site to pay. And you can put any amount you want in there.
that's all I have.
I will say, talking about the storm, I think did I talk to you that night, Andy, or maybe the next morning? Maybe that
I
night.
talked to you that night to
Yeah.
make sure you were still there.
Yeah, we missed it by probably 2.5 miles. I live on North Howard Fitch. It hit South Howard Fitch and Price Lane, which is, you go across Out Hill Road, you just drive right into the storm, and Quarters Crossroads store came through there and got several houses, which by the crow flies, and Till Hall is just behind me a little bit. We were hunkered down, and we were very fortunate that it missed us per se. I did go down to my pond Tuesday, didn't really think much about it. Carolyn said, let's go down and look at the pond, and there's a big tree that uprooted across the pond. So, and I haven't went all the way to the back of my property because it's not fenced, so if it's anything, just trees laying down. But we felt very, very fortunate to miss it. But I was surprised. I actually went into the war zone, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. We were lucky to miss it.
I came back from Alabama the other day up through Clements and all. Man, it was terrible through there.
Is the town hall still a designated tornado zone?
We were open that night. We had 30 plus people down
Okay,
here.
that was, when the deal about no alarm, don't we have a tornado siren on top of the?
There's an old one on the fire, and I think they look into moving it over here, or
You know, South Lincoln School was a tornado relief, and there were people there
Yeah.
after the first one,
I know
and they
somebody
went
that was there.
home before the actual one hit. To me, that's just divine intervention, but there were several people there, and after that first one, they went home.
A couple of them got killed, wasn't they? They left
They
and
had
went back home, didn't they?
Yeah.
Glad you brought that up, because there is an online petition out there. It may not amount to anything, if I can find it, but there is a petition out there to say, we in the Petersburg area would like to have a full-blown tornado siren here.
One at Unity School, but.
there it is. Your tornado siren, go up.
Yeah, there it is, right there. I haven't kept up with it, but
I have had people that have come by that have heard about it, that want to sign a petition. They don't have Facebook or a way.
they
Can
don't
we
have
print
to
one?
have faith. I mean, and I need to get a link to that on the website where they can click on
Let me
it.
take that back. They don't have
Internet access,
Yeah.
which I guess we could put a form here for them to sign and
Add it to them.
add it to it. I think last time I checked, there were over 50 signatures on it.
How many tornado sirens do we have in Lincoln County, John? Do you know right offhand? Are they mostly in Fayetteville?
61.
There's one at Hardee's, there's one at Unity, Blanche,
Motlow.
Liberty Road.
So they're close to the educational sites?
Yeah, I think it's about
There's one up there by Stonebridge.
Who
Close to
does?
Stonebridge.
But I mean, how many's outside the county, actually out in the county?
Tanya.
One out of-
Who would put those in? EMA?
I think we got a grant for those.
That's the next thing.
There should be 11 to 12.
I wonder what the cost would be to put one in.
Check.
That'd be great to have one right
I
here.
don't know if you know it or not, but you can subscribe to, I think it's WAAY Channel 31, and if any storm is coming towards your area, it's $9.50 a year, and they will call, and they won't call you if it's coming toward Boone's Hill, they'll call you if it's coming toward Petersburg.
Channel 4 does something like that too.
Channel 19.
We signed up something through Marshall County at the,
Code Red.
It comes to your phone anytime there's something.
Well, this one
And
comes
there's
on my,
no $9.50 a year. It's
no charge on that.
just a freebie, yeah.
The other thing is, the NOAA radios were made available a few years back. I remember those things were, seemed like either a grant or maybe at the same time, but it seemed like there was some, the radios were, maybe we handled it through FPU, but it seemed like you could get a,
John Thorpe,
You can get a-
thank you, sir.
you could get a NOAA radio,
You
and then
signed it.
obviously it will alarm you too, so.
The only problem is if your phone gets knocked out, that doesn't help you.
You can sign
And
it.
if your computers get knocked out, it comes on the computer, the cell. Now, it does come on the cell phone.
But that NOAA radio though, I think it's battery operated and
Yeah.
You got it on the Observer page,
I'm
I got
fixing to put
one
it there.
and I use.
and even on
they're
our,
pretty good.
will it go on our web?
What I can do, I can send it to Twitter, and it'll show up right on the webpage.
Yeah, because when it hits the satellite, you know, or when the storm's coming, the satellite goes out. Channel 4 on their what is it? Forewarned weather thing. You can watch their weather on your smartphone. And they'll show you the radar and everything, where it is, and talk about it.
You ready for that motion? I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
You had 2 seconds.
All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Little PowerPoint presentation.
No.
Yeah, right.
Talk more.
Thank y'all.